Welcome to Brava Wise Women Wednesday. Today we've got the fantastic opportunity to hear from Maria Sandy of BITS Web Design and SEO. Maria Sandy helps local businesses get found, trusted, and chosen online through website design, local SEO, and review management. She creates a clear professional websites and helps improve local visibility through Google Business Profile, optimization, local SEO content, and search-friendly website structure. Maria also provides review management systems that help businesses consistently collect and showcase Google reviews. She works with service-based businesses, trades, brokers, consultants, and local companies that need more visibility, credibility, and trust online. Her goal is to help more professional customers find your business, trust what they see, and take action. Today, we're going to go from how to go from Brava to Bravissima online. And over to you, Maria.
Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see you all. So yes, as Dia said, I'm going to show you how to go from Brava to Bravissima online. So let's get started. So does anyone know what review and reputation management is? So everyone needs reviews from their clients because, hey, what your clients say about you is more important than what you can say about yourself. So you always need to make sure that you are getting reviews and you need to build your reputation online. So there's more than one way of getting reviews, more than one place to put reviews online. You can do Google, Facebook, and product review is very, very good for getting reviews in Australia. Its visibility is incredible, especially if you're looking for specific products like kitchen sinks, anything that costs a bit more money. You can find reviews on those sort of things on product review. But it's not just these three platforms that you can leave reviews on. There's actually so many, depending on what industry you're in. There's Yellow Pages and there's all sorts of others, and that's not all of them. This is just a handful that exist. And there's so much opportunity for your reputation to be shown online. So why are reviews important? Because obviously a review is something that your customer has said about you, about how good you are and what you did for them. You can say whatever you like on your website about what you do and who you do it for, but people need to be able to trust you. And creating trust online is one of the most important things that you can do. So yeah, so how do clients and customers use reviews? These are statistics from Bright Local. They're a very well-known local SEO company that helps with creating citations and all sorts of things that are related to SEO. And this is the information that they collate every year. So 95% of people will search for your business online. Because of course they will. It's 2026 now. They're not just going to go on someone's word and say, oh, yes, I'll just use them. I won't look them up. I'll just go in blind. And yeah, 91% of people read online reviews about your local business. And what's quite amazing is they look at least 2 review sites before making a decision. So you should at least, so if you should always start with Google because that's the gold standard of getting reviews. But then most people seem to have Facebook, so they can leave you a review on Facebook. And if they don't have those, it's always good to have a third option where they can leave a review because the reviews are like gold dust. You want them sprinkled all over, and you don't want, if your Google business profile somehow gets suspended, you don't want all that trust and reputation to disappear overnight. You want it sprinkled in other places as well. Yeah, another amazing statistic is that 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. That is huge. You are believing someone you don't know from a bar of soap what they are saying. And if you've got lots of those people saying the same thing, then they go, yeah, I'll go for them. They've taken away the doubt. The doubt is gone. I can actually trust this person because based on what all these other people that I don't know are saying. So that's actually quite incredible. But the thing is, you need to make sure that you have reviews on a consistent basis. So once they get to about 3 months old, they look a little bit old and long in the tooth. So you need to maintain getting reviews on an ongoing basis. It's like exercise. You need to do it on an ongoing basis for it to be effective. So yeah, you need to make sure that you're getting them on a consistent basis because it tells Google that, first of all, that you're still in business and you're doing things for people. And then when people look you up, your business looks alive. If you did like a whole lot of reviews 5 years ago and the last review was in 2021, how do they even know you're still in business? You might just have your Google business profile up and a website that you've forgotten about. So it shows how that you're still alive online. So if we are doing a search, comparing these three different businesses, which one of these three businesses would you call first? Number one, number two, or number three? Number two. Yeah. So, and why is that? 92% of people that I do this with pick number two. And that's because it's got 26 reviews and it's got a 4.7 star rating. Then just look at the top one there, someone called Roundtree Landscaping. They've managed to be number one in the local SEO search, but they've got no reviews. Someone's put a lot of work into that and they haven't really optimized it by adding reviews as well, adding that credibility element. So let's get more into the Roundtree Landscaping. So we'll do that in a bit. So the key factors in your reviews are your average star rating. People want to know what your star rating is. You can't always be perfect and have 5-star ratings because you can't always give a perfect service and people aren't always going to give you 5 stars. The total number of reviews that you have is important because it shows that track record, or the lack of reviews also says something. How often you get reviews is super important. You should get them as often as you can. Not just getting, like, say you get like 20 today and then you don't do it for the next 5 years. Sort of like slowly and surely, but on an ongoing basis. That's the best way of doing it. And another factor is the rating across various sites such as Facebook, Product Review. There's so many of them. And it's also important how a business responds to negative reviews, because not everything is always good, and how you respond tells a person a lot about your business. And even just by responding, it makes a huge difference. If you've got this negative review and no one has even bothered to reply, it tells you that you get the impression that the business doesn't care if there's a problem, because there's always going to be a problem. And how you respond to the problem says a lot about you, and people want to know that. And then in general, the sentiment of the reviews, people have a skim and see, oh, this is what people are saying about this. So they get the gist of it. Great service, they do this well for me, I can trust them. And if there's an occasional 1-star one where there's a sour grapes, that sometimes people are just keyboard warriors and think, oh, I'm just going to put a 1-star on there because they've got nothing better to do with their time. It all averages out. So you need to make sure that you consistently get reviews on an ongoing basis, so that when you do get that 1-star review, which is inevitable because that's just the way life is, then it doesn't make much of a difference to you because you've already built that credibility. It is so, so important. So yeah, reviews influence or leads, even personal referrals. So this is how people think it works. So you've been to your Brava networking, you get referrals, you've been on TV, people have heard about your business on the radio, they found your website, or they've seen you on Facebook, you've posted, or they found you on Google when they've done a search, or possibly even a newspaper. There's the odd businesses that still do newspaper. I don't know who they are, but you still get newspapers here and there, and people think, okay, they've seen me there, and then they're going to go directly to my business. But that's not the case. They do all those things, and then they go to your business, then they check you out on your website, your Facebook, Google reviews, and all the other places, and check you out with personal references. And then they either choose your business, or they choose your competitor, or they do nothing. And that's the danger. You can put all this effort in, and they can still not choose you, because when they look you up, you don't look as good as you should. So here we go. So let's see how many opportunities Roundtree Landscaping is missing. So we all picked Scapes because of their 26 reviews and their 4.7 rating. And then how many opportunities is Roundtree Landscaping missing out on? Let's have a look. So I generally use an example from America, because I've been caught before where I've used an example where people in the room actually know the particular business. So I pick somewhere that's far away. So I've just picked Dallas Landscaping and done a search for that. So you can do with the various tools that you have that people looking for Dallas Landscaping, that's 880 people are doing searches for that in a month. So people typed it in, they go, oh yes, I'm looking for that particular, that's 10,560 searches per year for that particular keyword. But that's not all, but that's customers, potential customers that could be finding you that are doing that search. And they are calling the second businesscapes instead of the first one, because like the rest of us, they've picked the one with the reviews and the rating that is higher than the one that has no reviews at all. So what's the average dollar that for landscaping in Dallas? Who knows? It's probably as expensive as it is in Australia. But the thing is, it's come on. Yeah, how many customers would Route you need to capture to just paying attention to this? Just one. They could make so much money just by getting one extra customer. So businesses assume they've done great reviews. And the common strategies for getting more reviews are you ask your happy customers, you train your employees to ask. None of these are bad. You provide awesome service, which is a given. You should always provide awesome service. And they bug all their friends and family into giving reviews. But then what happens? The reviews almost never come. But why? Because they don't have time, they forget, and they don't know how. So these are the 3 reasons for not being able to do most things. So lots of businesses, there is ways to solve this, and they've given up on finding a solution. But there's a simple solution you can do to make it quick, convenient, and get it done. So let's start with making it easy. So you should always have a button on your website so that people can leave your reviews there. This is the system I use, and then it clicks onto this. You can leave a review on Google, recommend on Facebook, or you can give feedback. So yes, and this is what it looks. You can write a review on these particular platforms, and then it goes directly to your Google, so they can leave it. So now, how do I help people remember to leave reviews? So there's a built-in email reminder system that I have that sends it. You send it today, you send it in 3 days, and you send it in a week. I also have a system that sends you an SMS, but that should also be used very sparingly because not many people want to get SMSs in general. So, and then another way of making it easy is having a footer that works well. So that they can leave a review, they click on the buttons and it goes to that form again. And also, how should you use your reviews? You should have them on your website. Here's a way of putting my system has a way of just putting them on, and they automatically update. So whenever someone's left a review on any of your platforms, it updates on your website. So you have to do absolutely nothing. And then another thing is you should be spreading the word on social media, how good you are. And this system automatically publishes those reviews that are on Google and other platforms onto Facebook and keeps that feed going. So the people that are on your Facebook page see how good you are. And then, yeah, and that's pretty much what you need to do. You need to get your reviews and then share them everywhere you can. So what I've got here is you need to know what your current review situation is. If you scan the QR code, it goes to a form, and then you can fill it in, and then you can assess how your review situation is. Yeah, and that's it. Reviews.
Thank you so much, Maria Sandy. That's very interesting. Lots and lots of questions will be coming. So we'll put all that information down below so people can